Guess what? Adele, I believe the lady, singer, pop star, I don't even know what you call it, what she does. Well, she is a millionaire real estate investor. So let's get into it because according to this article, she has a $30 million Beverly Hills real estate portfolio. So, and it's also multiple houses, which is pretty cool. So, London-born singer Adele now holds a Beverly Hills real estate portfolio worth over $30 million after she recently bought a third home in the neighborhood from Paul Nicole Richie. So in May, the singer paid $10 million for the 5,515 square foot, 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom home nearly 5 years after purchasing her first property in the Hidden Valley community. So in 2016, the 15-time Grammy-winning artist, 33, bought her first home in Beverly Hills for $9.5 million. And then 3 years later, in 2019, she purchased a second home for $10.65 million adjacent to the other two homes, shortly after her split from husband Simon Konecki, 47. It is believed the home is occupied by Konecki so that they can raise their 8-year-old son, Angelo Adkins, close together. Now, I think that's a cool idea where you could raise your kid even if you're split, but be close enough to where it's not that big of a hassle kind of thing. So you're not traveling 4 or 5 hours from each person's different state or county or city or all that kind of nonsense, right? So being close enough together, one, saves them actually money, but then two, has a little bit healthier relationship among the three of them, right? So their divorce was finalized in March. Now, the houses look pretty beautiful. But the thing is, right, when you really think about it, if you end up stumbling upon this, imagine if you simply had the amount of money she spent on one of these houses in your bank account right now, deposited, that you did not have to pay taxes on. Just imagine, what would you do, right? If you wanted to have that amount of money, feel free to hit the like button because this is the thing. It's a lot of money. This is a lot of money, and you could do a lot of things with it, right? Now, I think it's actually pretty smart for her to do it in real estate. I like the fact that she's actually buying things close to her that she could keep an eye on, that if she wants to, she can manage it. She has basically complete control over her assets, which is pretty awesome. So the homes are located in an exclusive gated enclave, also notably home to Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz, Jennifer Lawrence, and Katy Perry. So I think that's kind of weird. Isn't it weird how a bunch of celebrities end up just chilling at the same location, right? This is the problem that I see. It's when you end up getting people who are making probably about the same amount of money, they start getting into this kind of weird, secluded kind of community in the sense where they basically are only associating with people like themselves and not anyone else, right? So they don't really interact with people who are making less than them. They're not necessarily interacting with people who are making more than them. They're not necessarily interacting with people who are living completely different lives with them. So, there's pluses and minuses. So sometimes it's not always good for someone long term to be super secluded in a community of people who are just like them. So the British star has an estimated net worth of about $180 million, according to the Times UK, following the success of her last 3 albums, 25, 21, and 19, and a 4th album is reportedly on the way. Which again, imagine if you had this amount of money. This is the cool thing about this amount of money is that you'd think that this is an endless amount of money. You would never lose this amount of money. You would never be poor ever again. But that's not always the case. So Hopefully, she is smart and responsible in the sense that maybe she put all the money, like if I was in her situation with like this amount of money, what I would suggest to people, or like what I would do, is like if I'm actually truly worth $180 million, right? Let's say that I actually got that after taxes. I would buy every single one of these houses in cash to basically just park the money to where like I never really lose the money, but also so that I basically secured the rest of my life to never have to need money really ever again, right? Because here's the thing. She could simply sell, like if she were to like just lose all of her income, right? If she lost her voice tomorrow, if she could never work again, she could sell one of these homes, live in a low cost of living state in the United States, and literally be set for the rest of her life. Period. End of story, right? Like, but the problem is we see so many celebrities and like pro athletes and even singers, just like completely lose all of their money. I think a good example of this, was Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp was worth like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and yet he lost it all because he spent like every single dime, right? And he bought homes upon homes upon homes upon homes on like financing that he couldn't afford, right? So I really hope that she's responsible with her money. I hope that she basically uses this as like an extremely large investment portfolio / emergency fund for like super, super end of the road kind of situation kind of stuff, to where she's 100% secure in her life, right? Because once you secure yourself financially, like once you have a very strong financial foundation, you basically lift up the stones from your shoulders, the chains or shackles around your ankles, to the point where you could pretty much go and do whatever you want and basically give everyone the finger because you're pretty stress free, right? So she'll be more likely able to deal with criticism when it comes to anyone commenting her about anything, because like, hey, look, I'm financially secure enough to not really care about anything that you have to say, period. So go F off, basically. So let's get into these homes. So her 2016 Hidden Valley Road purchase, number 1. I do like the entrance. It looks pretty cool. I like the gate. That's a nice looking house. I like the simplicity of like this backyard area, I believe, if that's a backyard, with like a tiny pool. I think that's a jacuzzi area, a spa area. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it looks pretty. It's like a very pretty place. I like the entrance, basically. Apparently it has a library, which is pretty awesome too. The formal living room is pretty nice. I don't know why you'd need a fireplace in California when, they kind of have fire issues the whole time. So traditionally designed by Scott Mitchell, this home sits on a 17,000 square foot lot and is made up of 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. Upon entry is a 2-story foyer with a library on the second level, and features include 2 formal living rooms with ample space for a grand piano that lead to a light-filled formal dining room according to the listing, and a chef's kitchen with stainless steel appliances is connected to an expansive family room and breakfast area, which opens out to an outside dining spot with a barbecue. Second formal living room's pretty nice. Kitchen's definitely nice. Bedroom's also very nice. Bathroom's also very nice. I like how it's basically like the glass doors in the bathroom. That's pretty cool. Has a treehouse, pretty cool. Outdoor train set, lush garden, swimming pool, gazebo, and a dog run. I have no idea what the hell that is. Okay, so a 2019 Hidden Valley Road purchase number 2. Now this is a pretty cool driveway. And apparently this is the one that her ex-husband lives in. But I like this driveway. This is kind of like, this honestly looks more like a bachelor's pad where you just like park a bunch of cars around and just like, be like, yeah, I'm just going to like hang out here with like friends and stuff and like not really care about anything. Backyard looks absolutely amazing. That's a pretty nice looking backyard. That'd be pretty cool to just like wake up and like walk out like your bedroom door or something and be like, Yeah, it's pretty cool that I live here right now. So designed by Edwin Fields, this contemporary compound sits on more than 40,000 square feet of lush grounds. Pegged as an art collector's paradise, the home features high ceilings and abundance of natural light throughout. The original house was built in 1961 before it was rebuilt and expanded in 1980 with several updates and finishes since. And the main property spans 6,045 square feet, and highlights include a spacious sunken living room with direct patio access, an eat-in kitchen with stainless steel appliances, a 2,000 book library, that's pretty cool, and custom-made furniture according to the listing. But yeah, that's a pretty nice backyard. Yeah. So the second floor holds the main bedroom with an ensuite bathroom that includes a jacuzzi tub, blah, 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 park-like grounds. Okay, so the 2021 Lime Orchid Road. So this is, where on earth is this? 2021 Lime Orchid Road. Interesting. Okay, so Nicole Richie and her husband, Joe Madden, scored big from the $10 million price that Adele paid for this property. So the couple initially purchased the home back in 2015 for $6.7 million. Now that's actually pretty amazing when you really think about it, right? Because that is what, a $3.3 million profit? That's pretty nice. $3.3 million. So spanning 5,500 square feet, the home is made up of 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. The mini mansion wraps around a park-like backyard where a big grassy lawn is extended by stone pavers leading to a stone patio. Inset into the patio are a free-form swimming pool and a separate spa. I'm guessing that's Adele. I think that's Adele, right? Yeah, Adele poses in front of her house on Monday, July 12, 2021. See, here's the thing, like, because the memory that I have of Adele is like when she was quite chunkier, right? So to see her like this, I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty cool to see someone care about themselves enough to not only work on, their business, being a singer and all that, but also to work on their health, right? Because you can tell when someone doesn't like care about themselves or like even love themselves if they tend to be very overweight, right? Because when you're very overweight, you are actively making decisions every single day to hurt yourself, right? So I think it's very cool to see someone just like care about themselves a little bit more and be like, you know what? I actually care about myself. I actually want to like myself a little bit more when I look in the mirror. I actually want to just live a longer life, right? I want to still be there for my kids when they grow old. I actually want to grow old so that I can see my kids have kids kind of thing. So I think it's pretty cool what she did to lose weight because I remember her, like the last time I remember seeing her was a very long time ago. It was like I think I was like in like high school and stuff. And it's like basically when she first started to get big, started doing like the James Bond songs and all that kind of stuff. And she was very big. So I think it's very amazing. Props to you, Adele. I think that's pretty cool. So it holds a discreetly attached garage set out of sight from the main entrance and comes with a large hedge for optimal privacy. So the home also features a half-court basketball court. And because Adele purchased the home from Richie, 39, in an off-market deal, pictures of the home are scarce. So Adele and Richie have become close pals over the years. So for her birthday last September, Adele posted a sweet tribute to her friend. Happy belated birthday to my daily dose of grace at Nicole Richie. I admire you and love you so much, she wrote in an Instagram post. You are the epitome of self-preservation, self-love, and absolute savagery. You're so cherished by so many, Angel Girl. So either way, I think this is pretty cool. And I think you could learn, like anyone that stumbles upon this can learn a lot from the situation, right? Like what I see from this situation, what other people could probably take from this is that one, she is responsible enough to understand that singing will most likely not last forever. She's going to get older, right? She needs to spend her money wisely to the extent that like she needs to basically secure her financial future, not just for herself, but for her kid. But not only that, she's smart in that, when she's investing or like doing investments, she is getting involved in things that she can check up on, she can keep her eye on them, and she kind of like has a better understanding of it, right? Because this isn't like a situation where she just buys like a random place, like 5,000 miles away, right? Like this is a situation where she's like, okay, I can monitor this if I want to. I could literally walk to it if I really wanted to, right? So I think that's a pretty good idea. But also seeing her progress over the years of like bettering her health also is a pretty amazing thing, because one, it's actually going to be cheaper for her long term, because when you live a healthier life, you have less medical bills, you have less medical risk to yourself, you have less burden when it comes to like life insurance and health insurance. Your family ends up, worrying a little bit less. You're more likely to be able to hang out with your kid, goof off with the people that you love, spend time with the people that you love. So overall, I think the way that she's living her life and putting her money, like where she's putting her money, is a very good thing, and people should learn from it, right? Because this can be something like, if you were to ever become like very successful and you're having a whole bunch of stressors from like social media and all this other nonsense and whatnot, you can see examples like this of people who have actually improved their life as they got more and more famous, which is pretty amazing to see. By the way, if you need help mastering your money, if you need to learn how to build a strong financial foundation so that you're no longer living paycheck to paycheck, you're no longer in debt for the rest of your life, go down below and learn the secret to mastering your money.